Columbia Workshop presents a new radio drama written especially for the Workshop by Lou Haslam entitled Play Ball. There it goes. It's a high one. It's over the fence. Another home run. Another home run. But there will be no hysteria like this in the story we tell today. For the scene of Play Ball is as far removed from national box scores, stupendous stadiums, and $1.10 admission fees as Kingdom Come. We take you now to that scene, Greentown. Greentown, as American as baked beans. There, factory chimneys point accusingly to the heavens. There, farms sleep in the outskirts. And there, movie houses blink in cheap imitation of New York. And churches resound on Sundays to the clinking of nickels in the collection plate. Five days a week, Greentowners get up at 6, arrive at work at 7, come home at 5:30. They wash, they eat, they dress. And then, as if moved by a common compulsion, make their way to the bleachers behind the high school. This is where Greentown sits to watch its Twilight League play baseball. Watch the YMCA Wildcats play Buckshop Buddies. That kind of baseball. Admission's free here in Greentown. Anyone can go. But it's only 6 o'clock now, a half hour before game time. The ball field practically deserted. A player is just climbing out of his car over there, dressed in uniform. And here comes old Jed Franklin to white down the foul lines. As for the bleachers, they're still empty, except for a little boy and his dog.
Wait a minute now. All right, get ready. This is going to be a good one. There, go get it.
Hello there, young fellow.
Hello. Bring it back. Attaboy. Open your mouth like a good dog. Open. That's it.
It's a nice dog.
Thanks. Sit down, boy. Down. I know you. Everybody knows you. You're Mr. Fagan.
Well, think of that now.
Your son plays second base on the Woolen Mill team.
Sure, that's true.
And you always sit on this bleacher, don't you?
Behind the catcher, me lad.
Why do you sit here all the time?
Oh, it's the best place, son. I can watch the curves break. I can see for myself if they are strikes or balls and don't have to depend on Hank, that cockeyed umpire.
Everybody laughs at you, Mr. Fagan, don't they?
What's that? Laugh at me, you say?
Well, they do.
Well, I suppose they do.
I guess it's because you get so excited about the game.
Yes, I get excited. I know I ought to know better, but I can't help it.
And you're always telling your boy what to do when he's playing, aren't you?
I try to tell him, son, but he's never listening. Sure, he's got his ears somewhere else all the time.
He's a pretty good player.
He could be better, son. He could be better.
Mr. Fagan.
Yes, lad?
What's cancer?
Why do you ask that, lad?
My mother's got cancer.
Oh.
I heard my aunt telling it to Mrs. White. It makes my mother feel bad. She's been feeling bad for 3 weeks.
Oh, that's a shame.
What is it, Mr. Fagan?
Well, it's sort of a sickness, lad. A sort of sickness.
That's my house up there on the hill. See it? It's the only one up there.
Yes. Is that green car in front of your house Dr. Callahan's car?
Yep. He comes to my house every day now.
Is that so?
He was there this morning, but my aunt just called him to come back again. She was crying about something.
Oh.
She said for me to go out and play in the yard a little while, but I came down here.
What's your name, son?
Billy Pearson.
Oh, it's your father that works in the bank on Main Street.
Not today. He went to Greenville on business today.
Well, Billy, I know your aunt from a long time ago. Effie, her name is, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And I know who your mother is. I heard she was sick, but I didn't know it was...
Mr. Fagan, do you think Stringer is going to pitch for the Woolies tonight?
Well, that I can't say.
I like to see him pitch. He winds up funny.
Oh, he's a ball player, lad. There's a man that belongs in the big league. Not Greentown ball.
That's what I'm going to be when I'm big, a pitcher. If Stringer pitches, I'm going to stay here and watch him.
Well, don't you think you'd better be going home, son?
Not if Stringer plays.
Oh, just the same, son.
I'll go home if he doesn't pitch. Come on, boy. So long, Mr. Fagan.
Oh, Billy. Oh, poor lad.
Oh, it's certainly warm, Mr. Fagan, huh?
Good evening, Mrs. Corn.
Oh, it's hot. Awful hot.
Shall I help you up the top of the bleachers?
Oh, no, thank you, Mr. Fagan. A lady who scrubs her house and climbs 2 floors up and down all day shouldn't have no trouble climbing a few stairs like this. Up here at least there's a little breeze.
Well, and that's all you come to the game for.
Oh, I admit it. So what's wrong with that, Mr. Fagan?
Why don't you pay attention to the ball game?
About baseball, I don't know nothing, Mr. Fagan. I come because it's cool here. I walk 5 minutes and then I sit up here. I like the trees, the crowds. I'm comfortable. I have a good time.
Why don't you bring that old skinflint of a husband of yours?
Louis? He has no time for baseball. He's got to take care of the store now. My Sammy has opened the hot dog stand by the beach.
Oh.
Say, Mr. Fagan, what's wrong between Mr. Stringer and his wife, huh?
I didn't hear nothing.
My husband told me she came to the store this afternoon.
Oh, so there's nothing wrong with that. If she kept her eyes open.
Such a fool you are, Mr. Fagan. Mrs. Stringer bought a bag, a traveling bag to travel in.
That's all right, isn't it? I bought a traveling bag myself once.
Yeah, but you didn't say something.
What are you talking about, Mrs. Corn?
You didn't say like Mrs. Stringer said, that maybe she should have bought it a long time ago.
Well?
My Louis says you and Mr. Stringer maybe is going somewhere, a vacation or something, Mrs. Stringer. And Mrs. Stringer, she says, not him, just me. Oh, my Louis says, a nice little trip by yourself, huh? Could be the kids is going with you. My Louis says, if I go, she says, I'll take the children. And right away, she almost begins to cry right in front of my Louis.
Now, I saw Stringer yesterday. He talked about buying baseball suits for his kids. He's crazy about them, both he is. But he didn't say nothing about them or his wife going away.
Could it be, Mr. Fagan, maybe he doesn't know about it?
Why do you say that?
Well, isn't maybe Mr. Stringer tonight playing ball?
Yes.
Well, after my Louis makes Mrs. Stringer a special price, he asks her, would you like me to put your initials, Mrs. Stringer, on the bag? And she says, yeah. And my Louis says, when do you want it? And guess what she said, Mr. Fagan?
What?
By 5 o'clock tonight. She says she wants the bag tonight.
Hiya, Fagan.
Oh, hello, Pete. I see you brought the whole bottling plant with you for protection.
Yeah, we should have brought an ambulance for the woolies.
Oh, not if Stringer pitches.
Stringer? What do you think he's got, a cast iron arm? He won't pitch. He pitched against the box shop Thursday.
Well, even if he doesn't.
Don't be a sap, Faggy. What good's the woolies without Stringer?
No. We got a good little team.
Yeah, good for what?
Good because your boy Johnny plays on it?
And what's wrong with my boy Johnny?
Nothing. Only he can't play ball.
As fine a ball player as any bottle-blowing son of a gun you have on your team.
Oh!
And we'll win tonight, we will.
Yeah? How much you want to bet?
Well, I'm not a betting man.
Oh!
I don't ever bet.
Yeah, tight one.
Betting's against my principles.
Yeah, especially when your son's playing, eh?
I'll bet he lets every ball through him on second base.
He'll do nothing of the kind.
Cheapskate.
All right. I will bet you, by Godfrey.
$10?
Well, not $10.
$5?
I haven't got $5.
What's the matter? Don't they ever pay you guys at the woolen mill?
I've got $2 here. My wife gave me to buy her medicine. I'll bet the $2 on the woolies. There now.
Oh, Mr. Fagan, you should act your age.
Now, you keep out of this, Mr. Corn.
Well,
This is just chicken feed. Here, let the lady here hold it.
Oh, no, not me.
Okay, Oscar, you hold it. Here's my two.
Here's mine.
And kiss it goodbye, Peggy.
Hello, Fagan.
Oh, evening, Tom. How's your arm?
What's left of it is okay.
Oh, lad, I was sorry to hear that you got caught in that carding machine.
Accidents will happen. Got a cigarette?
Oh, I don't use them, lad. Hey, one of you fellas, give a man a cigarette.
Oh, yeah, here you are. Catch.
Thank you. Here you are, Tom. I laid it for you.
I can light it myself, thanks. Got to learn someday. Who's pitching for us tonight?
I don't know yet. Oh, Tom, we lost a good pitcher when we lost you.
Yeah, I guess it was all right when I had it, wasn't I?
We could have taken the league easy with you this year, Tom.
Yeah, we might have. All I can say is if Joe Stringer pitches tonight, he's crazy.
Sure, Tom, You don't mean to tell me...
Listen, Fagan, when a guy's got an arm, I say treat it right. Or someday you'll wake up and find it ain't good for nothing. Not even to work a carding machine. Excuse me, will you? I want to sit up above you there.
Can you get by?
Yeah, thanks.
Hi, boys.
Wasting your time again, eh, Fagan?
Well, it's Mr. Pendler. And how's everything in the shipping room?
I wouldn't know.
What's that?
I said I wouldn't know.
I heard what you said, but what do you mean?
I'm not in the shipping room anymore.
Eh? Since when?
This morning. Mr. Stringer will be assistant shipping clerk from now on.
Well, what do you know about that?
He's got a nice soft job pushing a pencil. It saves him for the baseball games.
Oh, you ain't fired, Edgar.
No, they didn't fire me. I'm still around. But I'm back where I was 5 years ago, loading freight cars. Baseball. Look at the fools piling.
Oh, you shouldn't have come, Edgar, feeling the way you do.
I had a good reason for coming, Mr. Fagan. Something tells me this game is going to mark the end of one Joe Stringer.
What are you getting at, Edgar?
You can't help hearing things, you know.
No, I don't know. Out with it. What did you hear?
About his wife.
Oh.
You know she never comes to see him play, don't you?
Oh, well, maybe she doesn't care much for baseball.
Well, if my wife's guess is right, Mrs. Stringer will be here tonight.
She will... Oh, well, maybe she changed her mind.
Don't make me laugh. After the argument our whole street heard yesterday, she'll come to see if Joe Stringer will pitch tonight.
And if he does pitch?
I'm not saying.
And if he don't, what then?
Well, he's too dumb to know this, Fagan. And she's too much in love with the guy and his company to realize...
Realize what?
Well, answer this. Why should the mill hire a ball player and make it easy for him by promoting him to assistant shipping clerk when he won't play ball?
What do you mean?
Who knows? Maybe I'll have my old job back again tomorrow, eh? Got room up there, fellas?
Will you let us by, please?
Hey, wait, Mildred. Maybe we ought to sit on the other side, huh? Oh, no. We'll sit here. I told Russell that we might sit here, and we didn't want him to come and miss us.
Hey, are you dames going up and sit down, or aren't you? You know,
Shall we, Mildred? Well, dear, I don't want to decide by myself. Don't put it in my lap.
You know, Russ might not come. After all, his cousin was just got here.
Oh, Russ wouldn't miss Stringer. Pretty cousin.
Yeah, but the paper said they didn't know who was going to pitch tonight.
Then he'll have to come here to find out, won't he?
Look, lady, if you aren't going up, I want to sit on all of me. See?
Shall we, Gracie?
Oh, come on. Let's take a chance.
Hey, I wonder if his cousin's good looking. Will you let us by, please?
Oh, I got
Here you are, chocolate bars, peanuts, cigarettes, bottled soda, Coca-Cola.
You're sure you haven't seen him at all?
No, Mrs. Stringer. Ask Fagan. He was here before I was.
Hello, Mr. Fagan.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Stringer.
Seen Joe?
No, ma'am, that I haven't.
He wasn't home for dinner.
Or maybe he had to work overtime.
No.
Anything wrong, Mrs. Stringer?
No, nothing's wrong. Think he's going to pitch tonight, Mr. Fagan?
Well, I don't know, Mrs. Stringer. They was talking about it at the mill today.
Oh, they were. Mr. Fagan, will you do me a favor?
Sure, I'd be glad to.
If you see him,
Yes, ma'am?
tell him I meant every word I said last night. That if he pitches this game, I'll be packed and gone before the game's over.
Why, Mrs.
Be sure,
Stringer.
Mr. Fagan.
Oh, ma'am, I can't tell him that.
It's the only wise thing to do. I tell you, I can't stand it any longer. He lives, dreams, and eats baseball. I don't count for anything anymore.
But, Mrs. Stringer, it's only that Joe likes baseball.
I know Joe likes baseball. That's what everybody says to me. Joe likes baseball. Well, that's all right, Mr. Fagan. But what about me? What about the children?
Well, Mom, Joe's devoted to them.
He hardly ever thinks of us. I want him to take the kids to the lake at night. Joe's got to play baseball. I want him to drive me to visit my sister in Plainfield. Joe wants to watch the batters on the cutlery team. Joe know how to and what to pitch them on Thursday. Every spare moment he has, Mr. Fagan, he spends on baseball.
Oh, it's just that he loves it so.
I'm not a hard woman, Mr. Fagan. I love my husband, but if he loves baseball more than he...
Now, Mrs. Stringer.
Oh, what's the use, Mr. Fagan? It's happened only once or twice, but it's happened hundreds of times. Joe and me, We just don't see things the same way anymore.
Now, don't say that, Mom. Why, Joe wouldn't know what to do without you, Mom. And the kids. If you took those two little boys away
Do you
from
think
him...
I could leave them? He's bought them baseball suits and bats and gloves. Guess he wants them to grow up the way he is.
Oh, you talk it over with him, Mom.
No, I've tried. Last night it turned into a real argument. Fun for the neighbors.
Oh,
I gave him one more chance, Mr. Fagan, this game. It's not an important game. I told him if he didn't spend his time with me tonight, I'd quit him.
What did he say?
He laughed the way he always does. Tried to kiss me. Thought I was fooling. But I'm not fooling this time, Mr. Fagan. If Joe Stringer plays tonight, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, you kids, no fighting now if you don't want to be hauled in.
Oh, he hit me first.
Move on now, or I won't let you stay here at all.
Hello, Pop.
Oh, hello, Johnny. All ready to go?
Yeah. Hey, look, Ma washed my sweatshirt. I told her 1,000 times I like it dirty, but now she's got to go and wash it. Way up to my elbows now.
It was stress, son. Now, listen to me.
Don't forget to give him the signals, Fagan.
Oh, hi, Frank.
Watch that guy Turner tonight. He starts too slow and never takes a full swing. If he hits the ball by accident, it'll go between first base and second. So when he gets up, now you move over near first base, do you hear?
Okay.
And hit him hard yourself, boy. Hit him hard.
Yeah, okay.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Is Stringer going to pitch tonight?
Well, I don't know, Pop. I haven't seen the manager. I haven't seen Stringer yet either.
If you see him, Johnny...
Yeah?
Tell him your dad said that his wife...
Yeah?
Just say your dad wants a word with him before the game. It's important.
Well, what about his wife?
Nothing. And play like the devil. Because I bet the $2 your mother gave me to buy her tonic. She'd throw a fit if I come home without it.
Gee, what'd you do that for?
Go now.
Okay.
I beg your pardon. No, thank you. I don't want you to get up. I want to know if you've seen a boy. A little boy with a... Why, Tim Fagan.
Effie. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your trouble, Effie.
Thank you, Tim. I've got to find him. I've got to.
Is it the youngster Billy you're looking for?
Yes. His mother hasn't many minutes left, Tim. She wants to see him before she goes.
Oh, Lord have mercy on us all. Don't you worry, Effie. We'll find him.
But you won't know him.
Oh, I will, Dad. I spoke to him a while ago. Now, if it's like you say, we've got to hurry. You go that way to the end of the bleachers beyond first base. I'll go this way and cover the bleachers to third base. Then I'll cross over and meet you. Now, hurry along now.
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, hello, boys.
Can we get through?
Oh, sure, sir.
Thank you. Nice evening, boy. Nice evening.
Maybe we can get up here, honey.
It looks awfully crowded, Jim. I don't know why you won't go to a movie instead.
All right, I'll tell you why, honey. I don't have the money.
Jim. Now, why didn't you tell me that sooner? I've enough for both of us, silly.
If I can't afford to take you, we won't go. Don't look so disappointed, honey. I'm sorry. You'll really enjoy this if Stringer plays.
All right, darling. I might as well see this Stringer. You've talked so much about him.
Yeah,
Maybe
sure
this
it
next
is.
week.
Yeah, that's him, all right. Hey, here comes Hank.
It's the umpire. Kill the umpire.
Hey, Hank, will you take the Trouty game?
What are you going to do with a bird, Hank?
Hi, fellas. Hello, Tom.
Hi, Hank.
Gee, that was a close one.
What you got to be afraid of? You're all wrapped up like a baby.
Not my shins, Tom. Forgot my shin protectors.
Well, they'll be fouling against your shins if Stringer's in there.
Is he going to pitch?
Well, he's crazy enough to.
That guy. Crabs about every ball I call on him.
Oh, why'd you call him right?
I always do. He's just a sorehead, that's all.
Look, I'm asking you. Will you quit nagging, Millie? I can't help it if we got to hit these tank towns.
Oh.
I got my orders to sign this guy Stringer sure this time. If he looks as good as the last time I saw him...
All right, but I'm getting tired of this life of being wife to a baseball scout.
Now, look,
Why don't you
no-
quit this business and get into some other set of...
boy.
Here, lemon, lime, peanuts, cigarettes, bottled soda, Coca-Cola, here.
What's $2 to me? Old man Fagan would have a hemorrhage, though, if he lost it. I bet you his wife wouldn't speak to him for a week. I bet you anything.
She was here. She was talking with Mr. Fagan. She looked like she was up to something, too. I said to my Louis, why didn't you tell her to be smart and wait? Who knows? Maybe...
Yeah, Fagan's kid goes to college. Works at the mill summers. Old man Fagan wants to see him take the league because they pay off those players with a $75 bonus when they do. The kid gets a soft job, too.
My arm was sore from pitching twice that week and leaving a pitcher the night before. Well, I reached under the needles on the carding machine to get a piece of wool that didn't belong there. And the first thing I knew, my arm went dead on me.
Janet said this Stringer fellow looks like Gary Cooper.
No hope there, Agnes. He's married. And I hear he's just crazy about his wife.
I used to be a waitress. I can still be a waitress. Mr. Tanner told me I could always have a job at his place. If Joe plays tonight, I'll just take the kids and I'll go with him.
Yes, this recreation business has been a great vote-getter for the party. I figure that every time I show up here is good for 25 votes.
What makes you look so much prettier tonight? Maybe we should have stayed in your...
Oh, Jim.
Pop, I hate to play ball in a clean sweatshirt.
Come on, behind the ropes there, everybody. Hey, you kids, get out here now. Come on now, kids.
I'm telling you, Millie, I think this Stringer guy's got everything.
Is he married?
Is he? Gosh, I didn't think of that. I hope so. Wife keeps a ball player at it, Millie. They don't get so darn independent when they got a wife to support. If Stringer's not married, I'll be...
Tim, did you find him?
Not a sign of him anywhere, Effie.
Oh, he must be hiding. I'm sure he saw me. He just wants to watch the game. What am I going to do, Tim? I can't face her without him.
Oh, wait. She's got one more chance, Effie.
What is it?
When I asked the lad if he shouldn't go home, he told me he would go home if...
Yes, Tim?
If Joe Stringer didn't pitch. There goes the umpire on the field now.
Oh,
listen.
Tim.
And it is for today's game. For the Boswellers, Catchin Brown. Kitchen Murphy. For the Woolies, Catchin Pulaski. Pitching Stringer. Play off.
You have just heard the Columbia Workshop presentation of Play Ball by Lou Hassan. In the cast were John Connery, Joan Allison, Michael Artist, Adelaide Klein, Ed Mayhoff, Chester Stratton, Ed Latimer, Bobby Reddick, George Tiplady, Marjorie Quayle, Gertrude Warner, G. Swain Gordon, and John Gibson. Next week, the Columbia Workshop will present Looking for Susie by Carol Warner and Fifi Garba. Idle talk helps saboteurs. Let's keep our defense plants open and our mouths closed 24 hours a day. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.